Hey, how you doing? Okay, on my left is an MT10 by ZD Racing, and on my right is the buggy, the 9102. Now you see how wide the MT10 is? Man, I got the buggy and it says, man, I wish this buggy could be as wide as that MT10. Well, to all you ZD Racing fans out there, the buggy now can be as wide as the ZD Racing MT10 was. It's real easy. All you have to do is move the lower arm, axles, upper control arm. The holes are already there for the sway bar. I moved them from the truck to the buggy, and you have a really wide stanced buggy. I am impressed. And I'd like to tell you, when I do it, I'll film it. If you have a DBX10, you can also get the lower control arms, axles, and upper control arm from the MT10 or the 9105 and put them on your DBX10, which will give it a much wider stance. I'll be back with you once I get the front done. This is how it looks from the bottom. Here, on my right is the buggy with the longer arms that were once from the MT10, and the MT10 now has the shorter arms from the buggy. But for the MT10, it's not going to be a problem because we have these nice massive ZD Racing wheels, a little taller, but a different offset, which is wider. So now it'll make the truck wider. The offset would be right about here, and it would gain its width back just by putting these wheels and tires on. You can see the difference in the offset, how it goes in. These are more shallow. These will give a wider ride. Okay, let's get this done. So this is what you need to take off on the MT10. If you don't have an MT10, then this is for the front. What you're gonna have to do is just buy this bottom on, the longer axles for the MT10, and also this piece here, the upper control arm, and also the tie rod. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4 items for left and for right. Okay, now I'm going to swap them on to the buggy and we'll see how it looks. And then at the end, I'll put those large tires on. This truck right now, she's kind of narrow. Tire offset is pretty positive, so we want it negative, and then we'll see how it looks. One note I want to mention, I didn't swap the shocks. These kit cars, DBX10, MT10, 9105, 04, 02, you name it. All these shocks, all the shocks are the same between the trucks, the trudgy, and the 9102. But as you can see, I can't wait to get the wide ones on the front here. An easier way to do this would be just swap the gearboxes, the whole front gearbox with all the suspension, and swap it from the MT10 to the 9102. But I don't know what the rollout is. I don't know what the gear ratio is. The buggy could have a lower gear ratio. It could be the MT10 has a 3.19 axle ratio, and I don't know what the 9102 has. So, not to confuse things, I just swapped the arms. But it's a good idea to find out if the differentials are the same number and the pinion in the with the diff, then it's a go. All you got to do is the whole axle unit, the whole gearbox front unit can be swapped to the MT10 and the MT10 to the 9102. I mean, the cars are basically the same, built the same. I mean, there's really not much difference except for like tires, body, the wing. I mean, they make a million cars with the same chassis. Okay. Just to give you an idea how significantly longer the MT10 9105 lower control arm, axle, and upper arm is compared to, I would also say, the DBX10 and 9102, the arm. You can see here it's at least, I'll get a ruler, let's measure it. I'm getting the old, okay, let's see, right there, sorry about that. Looks to be, that's a good view, right here. Looks to be an inch longer. That's a lot for suspension. Oh yeah, I understand it was on a truck. But to put these arms now on a buggy is a big difference. 1 inch wider in the back and in the front. Now maybe you could go down to your local track and really take those corners with a wider stance. Okay, let's see how it all ends up. Okay, the 9102 is done, but the MT10 front and rear arms, the wide ones, the 1 inch wider. Now, been on RC a long time, since the 80s and the 90s. If you remember the name Schumacher, then you're an old timer. This is how a Schumacher used to be. Wide like this. Gonna give it the spin around. Look how freaking wide this thing is. The stance is unbelievably low. Wait till you see the back. That is wide. This is a car that can possibly dominate the track. I mean, a little more spring in the suspension, but there's plenty there. It's not really going to bottom out. She will bottom out, but she has really good shocks. Let's take a look on this side. This car looks really freaking great. ZD Racing, if you're out there, ZD Racing, I'm going to call this ZD Racing. Take note. Take note on what you can do with all the parts that you have. I'm a modder that likes to take different parts. Let's look at the top view. Look how wide and nice that is. This car is going to be doing some speed. I think it's a lot better. It looks a lot better than how it used to with the short arms. Alright, I got the truck over there. Let me finish up the truck. And we'll get those, we'll do a before and after with the wide tires. It's got a shorter track, like some older school RCs. Let's take the top off. Not bad. I kind of like it. Oh, now it's a good jumper. Let's check out the back. There goes my body. Okay, I like the shorter track. Now, just hold on. Okay, I got these. I thought they were 17mm, but they're 12mm. They're glued. See right there. CD Racing SKU. There we go. Is the numbers 7802-P for these tires. Alright. They're much wider. Okay. Much wider than the MT10. Okay. Yeah. About the same height or taller. Okay, but what's nice is the offset is different. You can see. So let's get these on and let's see if it makes difference on our narrow MT10. Alright, ZD Racing. You wanted a beast and you got it. Look at those wide tires. Look how this truck stands. Oh man. Let's go to the front. Yeah. She's a mother. Let's see the back. ZMT10. There you go. Nice and wide. Take the top off. Yep. The shorter control arms from the buggy. Right here on the MT10. Makes it look nice. Nice suspension travel. Look at that. It's a jumper. I could even move these shocks up. Let's check out the front. Yeah, look at that. Nice. Instead of those long arms, put them on the buggy. I'll just reel back on those things. Let's see the top. See, I told you it'd be much wider. Yeah, and I gotta fix that toe in. Actually, I got a control arm coming in. They, on my buggy, they sent me 2 rights, 2 lefts. 2 lefts don't make a right, so. Okay, and that's the back. Oh! Okay, that's my Mod 1 conversion. Yes, you can. The shaft back here is 5mm. You could get yourself, the maximum is a 40 tooth Mod 1 with a 5mm center. Okay, and I'm running a 15 tooth, might be too much, 15 tooth pinion. Mod 1, rolls real nice, better than that 48 DP, which I don't know who would ever use that. But here's my little monster now. Something like a Traxxas or something. Okay, let's check out the... Okay, so in a nutshell, we took the wide arms off the MT10, put them on the 9102 to make this insanely wide and low. Also, we took away the MT10 positive center tires and we put on these ZD Racing, what is my number? I have no, oh, ZD Racing 7802P, which I don't know what they use them for, but sure looks good on here. I have a Pirate 3, reminds me of the Pirate 3 tires. Big and bad, I just hope they don't break. But I'm loving this, shorter suspension. It looks great. Alright, that's it. Don't forget, like and subscribe.